Aries, how are you, my loves? Welcome in Flow Tarot. Mary Patricia here. I am giving you a reading mainly because it's your season. Happy birthday, Aries. I hope you're good. Remember, just to take whatever resonates, whatever doesn't, let it go in the flow, honey. What have we got for Aries season? It's nice to read for you. I'm happy to be here. Let us see, what do we have for Aries in Aries season? Happy birthday for the wonderful Aries. All this fire. What did you do for moon celebrations? What did you do for moon nights, team? Did you do any rituals? You calling in something fantastic in terms of manifestation? What is happening? Okay, so some of you are working on bringing something stable into your life. Here with the Four of Wands has just fallen by itself. So I'll just read it as it is. There could also be a celebration. Anything, you know, to do with friends and family. But this feels like it is something more to do with a person here who's trying to work on stability. So yeah, it's been a long road, but you're coming to the end of this long road. And, you know, in my body, it feels like a sigh of relief. It feels like, oh, thank God that is over or something. So some of you may be coming through something at this particular point in time. Okay. What do we have for Aries? Aries season. Okay. I'll take it because it wanted to turn. Okay. Give me some more cards. Thank you, Spirit. What else do we have for Aries? Aries season. Okay, we'll take those. Very nice. Give me three more. Aries, please. What do I have for my Aries? Okay. It's interesting. Those all nearly fell at once. Okay, yeah, that makes sense now. All right. So I have the Princess of Discs. Is this somebody who's calling in wishes and dreams? Somebody who's taking that time to, once again, you know, there's definitely something here, you know, about working on someone's abundance. Or maybe working on a dream, a business that they've been sort of conjuring up for some time. This is something somebody's been working on for quite some time. This is what it actually feels like in my body. You've been working on it for quite some time, and now it's time to bring it all onto earth. I'm saying earth like it's somewhere else. You know what I mean? But it's almost like it feels like it's a dream. You know, it feels like it's a dream. So it's something here that you need to ground down into a sense of presence, into a sense of really being here on the material plane. So there could be a call for someone here to continue to persevere and work at this particular thing that they're doing. It feels like it's a business. You know, this is Aries. I mean, so it's possible here. Someone here is an entrepreneur, you know, like a young entrepreneur, I'm feeling. I also have the Four of Discs. So the Four of Discs is once again that whole, you know, that whole thing of holding on to your pentacles. That's interesting because you had, you know, 3 pentacle cards. So someone here is very concerned, you know, about their abundance, their money, their financials, their stability, their safety, all of these kind of things. Right? This seems to be the overall. Seems to be the focus for Aries. Because there is something here that did end. You know, there is something here that did end. So that Four of Wands that fell, that now becomes interesting to me. You know, the Four of Wands that fell, you know, this is a fire card, and it's very much, you know, it's showing to me that someone here is trying to build up their foundations again. This is what it feels like. You know, there's someone here who's trying to build up their foundations again. And with the Ten of Swords here, Okay, somebody is trying to come through something that was very painful, something ended. It's an end of a cycle, the end. Something that was very stressful, something's very stressful. It may have ended abruptly as well. And it could have been something maybe that you were manifesting that ended abruptly here. But with the Four of Discs and the Chariot, something is actually going to move forward really, really quickly. The Four of Discs, interestingly enough, on this particular card, I don't see it as somebody who is holding on to something in order to get it back or anything like this, you know. Or I don't see it as somebody who is not working at moving past a situation. The way how I read this particular Four of Discs is very much like there are things that you're working on that they're coming together. You know, it feels like everything is coming together, and there will be, you know, it is something that's going to make you feel really abundant as well. Some of you may already be in this Empress energy. So feline, so beautiful, so laid back, just in receptive mode. Some of you may also be pregnant as well. Maybe this is why you're working on your foundations at this particular point in time. I feel a lot of foundation work is being done here. You know, with the Chariot, it's once again, it's something here that somebody is manifesting. It's almost like you do have multiple paths here that you could actually take, okay? And neither of the paths are going to end up being really, the word that's coming to my head is detrimental. Neither of the paths, if you take either one of them, okay, there's one that's going to lead to a little bit of procrastination. But if you take the other path, right, it's actually leading for you to actually do great things. There's, I feel like the person who has been in Empress mode, I feel like this particular person is trying to come out of a state of rest. This person has been resting, this person has been replenishing, this person has not been pushing up against life at all. This particular person is trying to come out of that sort of zone at this particular time. Can I get more on that, please? Why is this rest card halfway? Because it fell like this, you see. It fell on the side, so it's not quite upright, it's not quite upside down. I mean, so for some of you, maybe you do need to still continue to rest at this particular point. Although it is Aries season is really calling for people to start moving on things. All of those dreams and wishes. Trust me, after Pisces season of all the emotions and feeling tired all the time and just sort of really being in that imaginative, creative sort of mode, now is the fire. To actually put the fire underneath the pot and get it boiling. This is now that. Why did that fall over there? Yeah, that's interesting. So there's something here that you're no longer working on, you know, or the call is, okay, to try to bring a sense of focus into the thing that you're working on. Bring a sense of focus. There's a call to master something. Maybe that it's going to take you out of being in competition with others if you master this thing. It could be something really unusual that you're working on at this particular point in time. It's the reason why it's taking you so long to present to the earth, you know. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck, I see the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody's really working with their Pentacles here, and the Ten of Cups. Whatever this is, it's going to bring in a lot of joy. A lot of joy. Yeah, but someone took some time out here from working and working on multiple things, trying to keep all the fires burning, to keep everybody happy and just... and juggling all the things. And they were very happy, actually, in that state. That's really interesting. Why is the Ten of Swords here? Let me just get one or two on the Ten of Swords. Let's see what we have for Aries. What can they expect in April? What can Aries expect in April? Why is the Ten of Swords here? Just give me one shuffle. Good. Give me 2 to 3 cards on this Ten of Swords. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so something that ended, it took you out of a space of being stable. Now the Four of Wands, it comes in the reverse. That's a very interesting thing. It was almost like you invested in something here, but didn't reap the rewards of your labor, almost in like a way. So it's like, or if you didn't reap the rewards, right? This is something you're still waiting to reap out of this situation. Can I get one more here? Yeah. Oh, I mean, I do now have the Sun here. You know, this is fortune after difficulty, basically. Fortune after difficulty, moving on from the heartache, the disillusion, and the despair, you know, and trying to move on to a state of finding that happiness, that inner joy. That inner joy, that thing, once again, that brings you. I hear that some of you have to really work on your inner child. Do some inner child work as well. That's where you can further your business. What's that got to do with it? That's interesting. Can you give me some more on the Four of Discs? Four of Discs, please. I'll just get 2 to 3 cards on that. Four of Discs. 2 more. Yeah, that Rest card is coming up again. That's very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Yeah. It's almost like somebody feels here like they need to come out of that state of rest in order to receive their abundance. You know, there isn't any give and take in a situation, but there's a call for meditation. That's very interesting. There's a call for meditation. So someone here is the Princess of Discs, okay? This is the person who is working and trying to bring something into the material plane. And there's an Empress here. I wanted to think it was the same energy, but now I actually don't think it's the same energy. You know, the Empress is coming out of that state of rest. And now the Princess of Discs is almost like the young entrepreneur, you know, is actually still trying to contemplate the formulation of this idea for some particular reason. That's interesting. Give me one more on that. Okay, that just jumped. Yeah, you're conflicted. Many ideas, and maybe not really knowing how to channel all of these ideas. But when this Empress was actually in rest mode, right, there was a loss of abundance, maybe an opportunity that went by you. It's possible. And there was a lack of resources. Maybe where you're getting resources from, okay, it dried up. Nothing else was happening from there. So it was almost like it was curtailed, it was stopped. There could be a relationship here, but it's not particularly shown, but I'm just starting to feel a little bit like there could have been a relationship here. Okay, let's have a look. What are the obstacles? Is there anything that's impeding movement for Aries in their season? Give me one more. Just give me 3 cards. Very nice. Very nice. 3. Thanks. 2 more. 1 more. Oh, God. I don't want all those cards. This is too much. Just give me 2 more. Okay, 1, 2. Okay. There's a counterpart relationship here. Okay. Maybe this is the thing that is stopping you from moving forwards in terms of in terms of working on your creative endeavors and pursuits and working on your pentacles, working on your money. This is a counterpart. It's the King and the Queen of Cups. There's a relationship here. There's a relationship. But as you can see in the cards, these two people have their eyes closed. There's a lot of emotions here. There's a lot of emotions here. A lot of emotions. There's a lot of, you know, this could be somebody who's quite spiritual as well. This is spirituality. This is somebody, these are people who talk as well, right? And they talk in an emotional way. These are people that are really connected, really connected. But right next to these two people is the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is actually looking at them. It's a very interesting thing. So there could be a situation here where there's three people in a relationship. I don't have any of the three cards, but this is how the cards are falling for you today, which is very interesting. She's looking in towards the two people who have their eyes closed. So it's almost like, it feels like she's like a fire starter a little bit. She's a little bit of a fire starter. She's got all this life. She's bold. She's sexy. She's very, very, she's really vibrant. Very, very vibrant. But she's almost like the odd one out. If I have a look at the King and the Queen of Cups here, they're both wearing the same color. Red, you know. And if I want to talk about red, this is very much the corresponds to the sacral chakra, you know, and that has to do with your foundations, has to do with your stability, it has to do with all of these things that bring you, you know, bring you a sense of security and safety in your life. And it's almost like there's two people here who are praying and hoping that something can actually happen here. That's interesting. Just give me one more on that, please. The King of Cups really thinks, it's almost like he's not sure if he wants to be single or not. So there could be some serious decisions here to make. So there could be a relationship actually, right, that's the obstacle to oh my God, I was going to say Capricorn, I'm sorry. Maybe some of you are dealing with Capricorns. I've been reading for Capricorn a lot lately. Some of you are dealing with Capricorns, okay? Because that single card, that Pentacle card, is like a Capricorn card. Anything with Pentacles is a Capricorn card. But the Capricorn card felt like this, okay? 9 of Pentacles. There is somebody here who does want to be abundant with you, right? But they're not sure it's the right decision, I'll say, to actually make. What I think is interesting here, you know, there's 3 cards of people who are manifesting and praying and affirming and, you know, trying to bring something here onto the material plane. Then you have these 2 other characters over here, you know, got the Empress and the Queen of Wands, both looking in the same direction, right? Looking in towards those other people. I think this is interesting, right? It's possible there's a multi-people situation that's going on here. There's a multi-people situation. All right. So let's see. What is the advice for Aries moving forwards? What is the advice for Aries moving forwards, please? Just give me 2 to 3 cards. What do I have for Aries moving forwards? Clear messages. Thank you so much. What is the advice for Aries moving forwards in their season? Okay, what can they expect? 3 cards. Just give me one more, please. Okay. All right. All right, that's interesting. So moving forwards, there may be an offer that's coming in, okay? But how the person is now coming in is with the Knight of Cups. You know, he's slightly less emotionally together and in control than what the King of Cups is, all right? Younger, cuter, sexier, but I would say that He's one of the characters that sometimes doesn't really know what he actually wants, okay? And that could really leave you in a state of being really worried. It can leave you in a state of disillusion, of sadness, sleepless nights, and all of this. There will be a lot of the the Nine of Swords. You know, but what I think is interesting here, you know, there's a guiding bird here. I don't know if you've been seeing a lot of birds lately. You know, if birds have been featuring, right, they are signs for you. And there will be a huge feeling of loss. That's really interesting. So, Aries, it looks to me like it's really, you know, it's important here for you to make a clear decision regarding a relationship, right? But to continue to focus on your work and your stability is really important, because it's almost like, you know, I don't think this is for everybody, but I think there could be one or two of you maybe who's relying on this relationship for like your source of stability. What I always say to people, right, is never look outside of yourself for anything to bring you stability. You are your stability, this that you're living in. That is your stability. Everything else is just a bonus. Always see it like that, okay? So Aries, to keep yourself above board, keep working on what it is that you're doing, okay? Take all of these offers at face value, see what they're saying, evaluate the situation, see if it's for you, and yeah. Key point is to try and stay out of the Five of Cups energy. Really try and stay out of the Five of Cups energy. You know what? I'll pull one more card on this. Why is the Five of Cups here? Yeah, this is something that's going to put you in your head. It's going to make you overthink. It's something here, you know, I think it's really interesting. That card fell right in between of the Nine of Swords and the Five of Cups, you know. So this is something that is tipping the scales somewhat in favor of not feeling great. Aries, this is your season. Feel great. It's all about that. All right, Aries, this is what I've got for you. Happy birthday to all the Aries. It's wonderful to spend this time with you. If you want a personal, get in touch with me. And that's basically it. All right, team. Ciao, for nowzos. Have a wonderful birthday, Aries. Love to you.